103. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making this part of your day. You know what to do, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about the newest film on the block. It is called FUZE.
Yeah.
The newest conspiracy thriller, if you will. So an unexpected World War II bomb is discovered on a busy construction site in the center of London. Yeah. Chaos ensues as the military and police began a mass evacuation against a ticking clock. So Ryan, kick us off. I know we kind of went into this one a little bit blind. I think we saw, maybe pulled up a poster with who it was starring in this, but what were your thoughts going into this, and did this live up to your expectations?
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie, and I gotta say, is this movie good? It's good. It really is. I thought it was a pretty solid film. I enjoyed a lot of moments in this movie to where I love crime thriller. Let me get that off my chest here. I love crime thriller. I love the heist movies. I'm really big into heist movies. I'm really big into where we got to create this diversion and then boom, we're executing the bank robbery or executing one of the famous movies that I really did love. I think it was with Denzel Washington, Inside Man, when Denzel Washington, he plays a cop, an NYPD, I think it's NYPD. I apologize if that's wrong, but anyways, it's a really good movie. And come to find out, they're not robbing a bank. They're robbing the person who's the owner of the bank, because the owner of the bank did not want to release documents of him saying that he was a part of the Nazi party, even though he was already here in America. So he was already illegally doing this stuff. So anyways, long story short, it ended up being bigger heist than what it really, really was. And I thought that was really good. It was really inventive. That was a really good film. Going to this movie, we know a couple actors in here that we recognize right off the bat, right into the film itself. Of course, everyone's going to know Ayler Taylor-Johnson from other film projects and everything. Yeah, he's good. He really is. He's a solid actor. He really is. I honestly, I wish he was in more stuff. I'm not going to lie. I really do.
I feel like the things he's in haven't done the best.
They're not the best. I mean, look at the last. What was the last movie? It was the.
I think the last major
Craven?
one he was in was Craven.
God, that was horrible. I hated that movie. So I waited till streaming to watch it. I didn't watch it in theater, and I was just like, God, I'm happy I did that.
Unfortunately, he's done so many things but we see other familiar faces like Theo James, Sam Worthington from Avatar.
Everyone knows him from Avatar,
and then mbatha-raw.
Is that the girl from Game of Thrones? Okay, I apologize. I'm gonna butcher. Angela's saying it way politely. I was gonna call it something else, totally off.
Yeah, I mean she's done Concussion, Beauty and the Beast, the live action.
That's right, because she was the wife in Concussion with Will Smith. I forgot that she was in there.
She's in a lot, and I love her. She's so amazing. She's done so many things, and she still has upcoming projects. She's in The Morning Show.
Yeah.
She is you have a really solid cast, pretty recognizable cast. I really, really enjoyed the cast, and I enjoyed how they work together. Because I love all of them individually, but coming in together is pretty cool. I agree. Solid film, acting wise, story wise. It did, and I will say it did catch me. I didn't expect the twist, if you will. I mean, you kind of think about it briefly. A little bit. I thought about it briefly, but then the actual twist, I was like, no way. So kudos to that. If a film can surprise me and not be predictable, or I guess it a quarter of the way in, halfway in, that's always good for me. Yeah. So I agree. I think this is a pretty solid film in my book.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And it's roughly. I think it's a little bit. It's very fast paced because this movie's only 90 minutes long, and I'm okay with that. I really am, because a lot of movies tend to feel like, what's a great runtime of a movie? 2 hours, 3 hours. Here's the thing. My argument is with this is the fact that every movie's different, right? Yeah. It is. So I'm going to say this, point blank and simple. Key point here, guys. A movie should be as long as it needs to be. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. I know it's a broad answer. I know it's an open-ended answer, but let's be honest. That's the honest truth, honest to God truth. We got to see Project Hail Mary that was almost 3 hours long. It ended up being a fantastic movie, but you couldn't pull that off with a movie like this and be almost 3 hours long. It's tough unless it's a great story and everything. Like I said, movie needs to be as long as it needs to be. Like the runtime should be as long as it needs to be to tell a story, a point, beginning, middle, and end.
Especially for the story, because you don't really need to go into that much depth. Like you do get
unless there is a bigger picture story here,
which we do get a small snippet of a bigger background about what happened. But it's not something where it needed to be completely elaborated. Every character needed a deep dive backstory and origin story, if you will. So I agree. I think the runtime's perfect for this one. It was an hour and 38 minutes. I don't think it needed to be longer. I enjoyed seeing the characters and how they come together. I enjoyed the outcome. Again, it did catch me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think it was a pretty solid film. It's a very actiony. Keeps you on your toes. You keep kind of like guessing like how are these characters related? How are they related? How are they connected, if you will? And what's going to happen? Who do you root for? Who do you want to prevail at the end? And so I really enjoy movies like that. That kind of are real like quick, fast paced. Not all of them, but this one worked pretty well.
Yeah, no, and then a World War II bomb discovery in London, so we noticed a lot of modern time and everything.
I think it was pretty cool. You could see like the procedure, if you will, of how they
do bomb executions or bomb. And it
was pretty cool.
And this was a very, very well thought out plan. It really was. I got to say that. What works? It's a really good concept. It's a really good setup. The bomb evacuation, the heist distraction as a bomb evacuation. I thought that was really brilliant. That was good.
All the equipment, all the little details was like planned to the T, and it's like you would be surprised, like, oh wow, they thought of that. Like it makes sense that they thought of it. They thought of it, really? Like, it was really cool to see how well thought out this heist was.
And it keeps things moving. It really does. It keeps everything going in a very fast pace. And I appreciate that because for me, again, looking at this movie outside in, it's definitely a movie where like I'm okay with the fast pace. It does not need to be longer than what it needs to be. I'll say that. The twist. There's a twist and momentum here. There really is. The twist I did not see coming. Probably, I think right before it. I want to say like a good 15 minutes right before it. I was like, oh, look, boom. I
think it kind of hints
portrays it
a little bit.
Leads on to it.
But it's not something like you're like 20 minutes in. Oh,
You're not noticed. It's not very noticeable right away. But towards the third act is when we get to see, in the middle of the third act is where we see kind of like the climax, and then we kind of see something's about to unravel, and you already predict it. It's very predictable because of the fact that certain players move in certain scenes, and you're like, oh, I bet you he's going here, and then boom, find out he is, or so forth. But yeah, and that's the thing too, is that this movie, after reviewing it, after seeing it over, this movie over, it's at the same time, yes, it's a good heist movie, but I feel like it's been done already. It's a very generic film. I mean, it's a standard heist movie, and it's solid. It's still good though. I still had a good time watching it at home and everything. I appreciate you guys from sending it over to us. But yeah, honestly, I wanted a little bit more character development. I wanted a little bit more character depth that I wish we could have gotten, and maybe hit that top-notch film, because movies like heist movies, great movies that we've seen, which is one of the great movies we've seen that's a heist movie. Inside Man, really good character development. Second one, Ben Affleck movie. I don't know if you know it, The Town. Remember
I saw it once a long time ago.
But that's a bank that were multiple bank heists or multiple heist movies, and it's so brilliant. It's so good. But again, that's a great. That's a great movie. But anyways, that's by the great Ben Affleck, directed and written by him.
I think that's stretching it a little bit.
No, it's not, Angela. Oh my God, you tripping. Okay, but the tone, I would say even the tone issues, it goes, it's thriller. Yes, it's a serious tone. But also at the same time, I just feel like people could probably argue and say it makes it feel uneven, but I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna really nitpick at the tone or anything like that. But yeah, a really fast-paced stone killer movie, and I really did enjoy it. I'll leave it at that. But overall rating, what did you give this rating, Angela?
Oh, I give it a solid 6.25 because I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty solid. It was entertaining. I liked the cast. I think the cast is exceptional. I mean, I love all of them individually, but together they were pretty cool.
Yeah, I got you.
I thought the story was interesting. I think it was executed pretty well. It's not my favorite film by any means, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a good watch, watching it here, and I would definitely recommend people give it a shot if they're looking for something.
Like
I know it's Coachella, but this weekend. But if you're looking for a really cool, interesting story, I think this is a pretty good high contender on there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a little bit above average rating compared to Angela's rating. I enjoyed this movie. I really did. It's a good, solid film. I do recommend everyone to go see this movie. Go check it out at the theater near you if possible, because I cannot recommend this enough. With Taylor Taylor-Johnson, it's a really good movie. But don't expect Project Hail Mary. Don't expect Avengers Doomsday. Don't expect Fast and Furious. But again, I don't know. The last movie was kind of
Fast and Furious.
Exactly. I know. God. But that's the thing. It's like, it's I'll say this. It's not as good as a popcorn movie like The Meg, but it definitely reaches that point almost. Or if you're just at home, go see what's the movie we just stop talking about it? It's the shark movie, Thrash.
Oh, Thrash.
Thrash.
Yeah,
Thrash. It sounds like trash, and I've been saying that kind of bad recently. I'm sorry, but it's honestly it's a good movie. I enjoyed that movie a lot. But anyways, yeah, don't go see The Mummy. I'll say that. But that's just my deal.
I think the audience is going to be split on that one. Even talking to some of the people when we saw it, it was either you really liked it, you loved it, or you didn't. You just really didn't like it, and I couldn't see it in between. But I think that's a at your own risk kind of movie.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I'll agree with you there. It definitely is its own risk and everything. But yeah, no, I don't know if it's gonna make any money at the box office. Probably this one won't. I would say it probably won't.
Not
but
with a lot of the competition that's out there, because I honestly didn't see a lot of marketing for it.
No, there's none. I mean, really,
at least compared to like The Mummy, I keep seeing ads for that. I keep seeing
Mummy was nonstop ads.
So I think it definitely may not make a lot, unfortunately. On the opening weekend, just because of what's out there right now.
Yep.
And a lot of that marketing push for the other films right now.
Exactly, guys. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan 680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
It's Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. We'll see you at the movies. Laters.